So I made a mistake. The last video I published, I went through and was talking about how Laravel Cloud has different environments, so you could set up like a staging environment or an environment just to test out changes and stuff like that. And the way I did it did work. It was fine. But as soon as I published the video, somebody came and was like, Eric, did you know Laravel Cloud has preview environments? You should really check those out. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know this existed and didn't see it when I was looking through the UI. So, I take the blame here. But in this video, I want to show you these because I just played around with it and I think it's an awesome feature. So inside your Laravel Cloud account, I have mine here. The original video, I went through and just basically did a new environment here. I went to my main one and then I just went and replicated it, which worked. I mean, it was fun. The thing is this stays up forever until you delete it. But Laravel Cloud has a better way of doing it. So let me show you that. So if you go to your main app here and then click the settings button and then preview environments, and they call them automations. So click new automation, and we're just going to call this, I don't know, PR test. And so what we want to do is you're going to pick an environment to replicate. In this case, I'm going to replicate main. And this is where it gets powerful. Automation triggers on. So anytime you get a new pull request to, to your repo, to your main branch, it will automatically replicate stuff. So in this case, I'm just going to say anything that is a pull request to the main branch. Of course, you can get really fancy with all this, but we're just going to say basically any new pull request on the main branch. We're going to replicate all the clusters, create a new database, use the same cache. Basically just identical to my main setup. Of course, you can customize these, any way you would want to, add custom environmental variables, always deploy on trigger. And this one's important, auto destroy environment and resources. So you want to destroy the environment once the pull request is merged or closed. And then from here, let's just create the automation. So here we go, auto deploy on trigger, auto destroy on merge. The good thing with this though is it can use Laravel Cloud's hibernation. Once it's deployed, it's not really going to get any traffic, so there's no reason for it to be up all the time. And then once you hit the URL, it'll automatically come back up, and then you're only charged for the time you're actually using it. So let's just give this a test. So I'm going to open up my terminal and close out everything. So from here, we're just going to get checkout -b, create a new branch, and we're going to call this testing automations. Actually, let's test, what do we call this? Environments. Testing environments. That sounds good. I'm going to open it up in our editor, and I'm just going to open the routes web file, scroll to the bottom, and I'm going to say route get testing, and we're just going to say dd, here I am. And that should give us, a basic little test to make sure it's working. So now let's swap over and commit this. I'm going to open up my GitHub app. We changed the routes web file. We're on the testing environment branch, and we're just going to commit one file, publish the branch. Create a pull request, and let's click that button there. And we're just going to say testing. I have no idea. Let's just create the pull request though. All right, so now we have a new commit on testing environments, and we're going to try to merge this into main. So if we swap back over here and go to our main thing, and as you can see, it's already deploying it now. It's already created the testing environments. We click on that, switch over to the deployments tab, and you can see right here, it is working on the deployment. We'll let this run for a minute or two, let it spin up the server and everything, and give us a preview URL, and then we can make sure it's working. And we are done. It took a minute, 20 seconds to do a full deployment. We can click back to environment, and then it will give us the URL right here. I think if I Open that in a new tab. This should error because I did not seed the database or set up the database, but I did create that route called testing. If we click that, boom, here I am. So you can preview everything from this, URL that it gives you. The other cool thing is the reverse. So if I come over here and I do not want to merge it, but let's just close this pull request because that would be a dumb change to commit. So we're going to close with unmerged commits, swap back over to cloud, and uh, I guess it happened too quick in the background, but it's already gone. So now if I click Laravel News, you can see, boom, my recent environments, it's totally wiped out. It's gone. So that's amazing. And so if you want to go set these up and play with them, it's under settings, preview environments, and then you just click new automation. And again, you have all these different settings. I think the powerful thing is being able to just have those spin up every time you have a PR, and be able to share that URL with the team or with any, like if you're working on UI, share it to the design team. If you're working on a brand new feature, send it to the team that's going to check out that feature, all that stuff. So definitely check out preview environments. They are really powerful and way better than what I did in my original video. So I want to thank everybody for pointing that out to me, and and go check out Laravel Cloud. It's been a really, really good, awesome service.